music industry is a battlefield. Only the strongest survive, and only the realest thrive. In a world where trends fade overnight and authenticity is a rare currency, two artists emerged not just to play the game, but to rewrite the rules entirely. Pretty Girl London and Lil Raspberry didn't just arrive. They erupted onto the scene like a sonic revolution, armed with lyrics that cut deeper than knives and flows that hit harder than fists. This isn't just a story about music. It's a story about defiance, about two voices that refuse to be silenced, two spirits that refuse to be broken. Pretty Girl London, the queen of unshakable confidence, a woman who turned every no into fuel and every doubt into a reason to go hard. Lil Raspberry, the young fire starter, a kid who spat truth like scripture and turned pain into anthems. Their journey wasn't handed to them, it was carved through late-night studio sessions, empty pocket hustles, and a grind that never slept. They didn't wait for a seat at the table. They built their own, and now the world is listening. But who are they really? Where did they come from? How did two artists from different worlds collide to create something unstoppable? And what makes them more than just musicians, but cultural forces? This is their story. Pretty Girl London wasn't born with a silver spoon. She was born with a pen in her hand and fire in her chest. Growing up in the heart of the city, she learned early that respect wasn't given, it was taken. Music wasn't just a dream, it was survival. Her first rhymes were scribbled in the margins of school notebooks, hidden from teachers who thought she wasn't paying attention. But she was. She was studying the world, dissecting its flaws, and turning them into fuel for her art. By 16, she was sneaking into local open mics, spitting verses so sharp they left crowds speechless. The industry wasn't looking for a girl like her, too raw, too real, too unwilling to bend. But she didn't care. She recorded tracks in her cousin's basement, uploaded them online, and let the streets decide. And the streets spoke back. Lil Raspberry came from a different struggle, but the hunger was the same. A kid who grew up too fast, he found solace in beats and rhymes when the world felt like it was closing in. His first tracks were recorded on a cracked phone, his voice laced with a kind of pain that couldn't be faked. He didn't have industry connects. He had the internet, a relentless work ethic, and a sound that felt like a punch to the chest. His early freestyles went viral, not because they were polished, but because they were real. Their paths crossed in the most organic way possible, through the music. A mutual producer linked them for a feature, and the moment they... Pretty Girl London's journey began in the heart of London, where the streets were as tough as they were inspiring. From a young age, she knew she had something to say, and music was her megaphone. She didn't wait for an invitation. She took the mic and demanded to be heard. Early freestyles turned into viral moments, and soon the industry had no choice but to pay attention. But it wasn't easy. The road was filled with doubters, gatekeepers, and moments where quitting seemed like the only option. Yet every setback only fueled her fire. Lil Raspberry's path was no less turbulent. Growing up in an environment where opportunities were scarce, he turned to music as an escape, and then as a weapon. His early tracks were raw, unfiltered snapshots of his life, resonating with anyone who had ever felt overlooked. He built a following the hard way, grinding in studios, dropping mixtapes, and performing anywhere that would have him. The struggle was real, but so was the talent. Their individual journeys were leading them somewhere inevitable toward each other. When their worlds collided, it wasn't just a collaboration, it was a movement in the making. The music industry isn't kind to those who don't fit the mold, and both Pretty Girl London and Lil Raspberry defied expectations at every turn. For Pretty Girl London, being a woman in rap meant constant scrutiny. She was too aggressive for some, too real for others. The pressure to soften her image, to conform, was always there. But she refused. Every bar she spit was a middle finger to anyone who tried to silence her. Lil Raspberry faced his own battles. The industry wanted to pigeonhole him. Was he a rapper, a singer, a trap artist? Labels loved boxes, but he broke every one they tried to put him in. Then there were the personal struggles, loss, betrayal, the weight of representing his city while trying to escape its traps. Music was his therapy, but the grind never stopped. Together, they faced the ultimate test, staying true to themselves in an industry that profits from conformity. But if there's one thing they proved, it's that real artistry can't be manufactured. Pretty Girl London's uniqueness lies in her refusal to be anything but herself. Her lyrics cut deep, blending street wisdom with unshakable confidence. She doesn't just rap, she commands. Her flow is a weapon, her voice a signature, and beyond the music, her presence is a statement. She's not just part of the culture, she's reshaping it. Lil Raspberry brings a different kind of magic. His ability to switch from hard-hitting rap to melodic hooks gives his music an unpredictable edge. He's not chasing trends, he's setting them. His authenticity is his currency, and his fans know it. There's no gimmick, no act, just raw, unfiltered talent. Together, they create something rare. Their chemistry isn't forced, it's natural, electric. When they collaborate, it's more than a song, it's a moment. Where do they go from here? The sky's the limit. Pretty Girl London is more than an artist. She's a brand, a voice for the voiceless. Fashion, activism, entrepreneurship. Her influence is expanding beyond music. Lil Raspberry is on the same trajectory, with his sound evolving and his reach growing. A joint project? A world tour? The next era of hip-hop belongs to those who dare to be different, and they're leading the charge. Pretty Girl London and Lil Raspberry aren't just artists. They're symbols of resilience. Their stories remind us that greatness isn't given, it's taken. Through every struggle, every doubt, they've stayed true to their vision. And that's why they'll last. The music industry is full of stars that burn out fast. But real legends? They don't just shine, they ignite movements. Pretty Girl London and Lil Raspberry are just getting started. And the world better be ready. Pretty Girl London battle rap champion turned star. Before blowing up, she dominated London's underground battle rap scene, crushing opponents with freestyle bars so sharp they nicknamed her the Guillotina. Lil Raspberry, classical piano prodigy, he secretly trained as a concert pianist for 8 years before switching to rap. His haunting melodies come from Chopin, not the streets. Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe.